Hi there, Firebirds fans. I'm Clare McMeniman, and welcome to another episode of The Fireplace, brought to you by Suncorp Team Girls. I'm joined today by a super special, speedy mid-court Firebirds guest in Mahalia Cassidy. She's warming up by the fireplace after thawing out from a very frosty reception down in Launceston. Harley, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Claire.
Not a problem at all. Now, Harley Cat, it was a disappointing loss to the Magpies on the weekend. A 5-goal deficit. It leaves you winless against the Collingwood side. And I think it was particularly disappointing and probably frustrating for Firebirds fans, given we have seen glimpses of greatness from you guys the weekend before against the Fever. What do you think the difference was between those two performances?
Yeah, definitely. We obviously played some really great netball against the Fever, which we were really happy with, and we're struggling a little bit with our consistency at the moment, and I think we didn't have a great start to the game on the weekend, and Magpies did a really good job at disconnecting us in attack and really separating us, and our connections weren't as strong as what they have been, and we weren't as dynamic in attack. And in defence, we just didn't have, I guess, the mongrel that we've had in the past, and being really tight and hard on them and contesting and winning ball, as well as converting our turnovers, which wasn't as good this week.
Well, it wasn't all doom and gloom because on the stat sheet itself, you guys were ahead in terms of deflections and intercepts and defensive and attacking rebounds as well, and shooting percentage. So statistically, when you look at the sheet, that performance was good across sort of a 60-minute span, but we know it just didn't convert to the win. The third quarter in particular was excellent. You guys won that by 4 goals. So what was it that was different in the third?
Yeah, I guess it's really true what you say. We do have some great glimpses during the game. It's just our consistency across the 4 quarters. And it's so important at the moment to win as many quarters as we can with the bonus points. And that third quarter we did come back on, and I guess in defence we did a better job at keeping the mid-quarters off the top of the circle in the middle channel, so that they couldn't get that really easy feed into the shooters, which helped us pick up ball. And in attack, having like Gemma Mai come on, she just has such fast and dynamic drives, and that just opened up a bit more space for us and allowed us to get the ball down and have a bit more flow in attack.
Yeah, and one of the things that while you couldn't get that comeback in the fourth quarter, you, my friend, are the queen of comebacks, and that's going to be the focus of our Team Girls moment. Mahalia, lots of people probably don't realise that this is actually your 4th season being a part of the Firebirds team, and it's been a bit of an up and down sort of road for you. You stepped on court again this year, round 1, returning from an ACL injury, which you suffered last year during the pre-season. It's been a little bit inconsistent, even though for you on court, Rose is experimenting a little bit in your mid-court and shuffling things around. As a player, how do you prepare and experience that sort of dynamic use of the bench in a game?
Yeah, look, we have 10 players on the team, and it's so important for everybody to be ready and knowing the game plan, and we all are ready each week to step on court and play our role that we need to play. And when it's time to change it up and have Gemma come on the court, it's a really great opportunity for me to sit, not only cheer for the girls, which is important in away games when we don't have much of the crowd on our side, but it's also a really important time for me to actually sit and watch a game from a bit of an analysis point of view, see what my play is doing on court as well as the players around, so that if I have that opportunity to come back on, I can make an impact and change up my game a little bit just to help the team and hopefully have a positive impact coming back on.
Do you think that having those experience in terms of resilience and not so much disappointment, but needing to cope with things that don't always go your way, does that transfer then to experiences away from the court as well?
Yeah, definitely. I guess we all have different obstacles or hard times that come up, and it's so important to stay resilient and stay emotionally intelligent, I guess, in just staying positive and really making sure that we all have a role to play, whatever it is. And it's really important that we stay in the moment and trying just to, I guess, be strong and do our bit for the team.
And moving forward from this weekend and into the Thunderbirds match, you guys are going to need to be mentally in the right place, aren't you, to take them on?
Oh, most definitely. It's a physical game, but it's Netball's such a mental game as well. So hopefully we can have this weekend to be refreshed and come back training next week and hit the court hard against the Thunderbirds in a couple of weeks' time.
Excellent. Well, it's a time for the Firebirds to rest and refresh, but also the Firebirds fans to mentally steel yourself for the next round in a fortnight's time. No netball this weekend because of the bye, but if you're at home watching, make sure you check out the Firebirds website, firebirds.net.au, to find out how you can be at the next Firebirds home game, which is on the 24th of June against the New South Wales Swifts. Mahalia, we'll be keeping our eye on you as the season progresses because you're an absolute superstar. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me very much. Enjoyed it.
And you've toasted. Your hands are warm now after this. Excellent. Well, until we see you guys next time, go the Firebirds.